Hello, my friends. Leon S. Kennedy is here. It's Josh Ryuk. Let me...
The square hole.
I just wanted to show off my Resident Evil 4 jacket.
Kinda kinky.
Where's everyone going? Bingo! This video is about Dark Souls 2. And also, if you can see my Christmas tree, it's almost Christmas. So I guess I will also use this video to tell you guys have happy holidays. I already finished this game back on the PS3 days, but this is the first time I've finished the PS4 version, which is the Scholar of the First Sin edition. There are a few enemy spawns differences. I did not really see many differences.
And there's no time to waste.
It's mostly on the first few areas that I noticed the most differences. The Forest of the Fallen Giants. There were a few enemy locations changed. The biggest difference was in the Ides Tower of Flame area. That area was a fucking insane nightmare compared to the original version. I remember in the PS3 version it was really fucking easy, because the only enemies in that area were those big ass knights with the mace or the sword and the shield. But in Scholar of the First Sin edition they added those eyed knights, but I call them white knights because they have a white cloak and armor. They will wake up after you defeat the first boss, the Dragon Rider. Then you will have to deal with all those assholes patrolling the area. They are very difficult to kill, unlike the fucking big guys.
Disgusting!
And then, in front of the entrance of the Dragon Slayer boss, they added a fucking endgame boss as a normal enemy. The Ice Tower of Flame area made me rage so fucking hard. They added a shortcut in No Man's Wharf, the pirate area, and they changed the spawns of the enemies a bit, but it's not really that much different. They also added a few more of those statues you need to unpetrify with the branches. In the original PS3 version, there were only 3 or 4 of those statues. In Scholar of the First Sin, 11, 12. It's fucking crazy. They added one of those statues in front of the door to add towards the ruin sentinels. That is another difference I noticed. They also added a bunch of those statues in front of areas that were previously open, like the tutorial area at the very beginning of the game, just so they could hide items inside there, like Estus Flask shards and other good items to find. They changed the enemy spawns a little bit in the Iron Keep area, but I have a feeling that it's easier. In the original version, the area before the Smelter Demon, there were those big ass archers standing near the entrance of the area, so as soon as you entered they would snipe you. But in Scholar of the First Sin, they placed those enemies behind a pillar. They might have made that area a little easier. People say that they made it harder. I can't really agree there. It could be harder if you run around like an headless chicken and aggro the entire room. And this was also the first time that I played the DLCs, because I never played the DLCs back on PS3. I just did not want to buy them. It felt like a bit overpriced, since they only contain 2 bosses and 1 optional boss. This game is one of the most hated games in existence. I don't know what the fuck you guys are on. How can this game be bad? It's so fucking good. I just finished playing it. I might be a bit biased. This was my first Souls game. The one I played after was Bloodborne. I played a little bit of Demon Souls, but I never finished it. I played Souls 1 on the channel. This game was so fucking good, dude. I loved this game back when it released. So fucking good. Every time I opened the internet to see what people say about this game, it was always, "Oh my god, this game is fucking garbage. Holy shit, man. Oh my god." And I was like, what the fuck are these guys about? Dark Souls 1 was better. And guess what? It's really fucking good. Amazing game. But it's really not that much better than Dark Souls 2. The only thing that is really better about Souls 1, level design of the first few areas, because they are very interconnected, and it's really cool to play something similar to a Metroidvania, that you kinda have to unlock areas and explore and shit. But aside from that, many of the flows in Souls 1, I also found them to be in Souls 2. Most of the criticisms towards this game, I found them to also be present in Souls 1.
This game sucks because the bosses are really easy.
I also found the bosses in Souls 1 to be pathetically easy. Of the first few bosses, the only one that I found to be quite difficult was the gargoyles. All the other bosses were a fucking joke. Well, maybe Quelaag was also a bit difficult. Even the DLC bosses of Souls 1, aside from the very last one, Menos, I found to be really fucking easy. People kept saying,
Artorias is fucking insane, it's so fucking difficult.
I killed him in 2 tries. When this game released, they wanted something very similar to Dark Souls 1, and this game is very different, so people got really pissed and started accusing the game of things that are not even true.
Invincibility frames are tied to a stat. Adaptability. If you play with adaptability, you can do fucking anything.
How about you just level up adaptability, you fuck? 15 points and you're good to go. Then you never have to touch that stat ever again. Every time I play this game, I make a new character, and the first few levels, I level adaptability to 15 or 20, and then I forget about that stat for the rest of the game. Worthless criticism. People say that this game is also bad because of the hitboxes. Dude, have you played Souls 1? Why the fuck do people crucify this game for flaws that Souls 1 has also got?
Most of the bosses are just guys in armor. Where are the unique bosses?
I can kinda guess this criticism, but honestly, who the fuck cares? As long as the boss is fun, why should I care if it's a beast or an armored guy? The armored guy bosses are usually the best ones. At least then it feels like you're fighting someone that is your equal in skill, instead of a creature that you can just get below its legs and stab it in the ankles. It's such a pathetic boss design, but I don't complain about that because the game is still fun.
The areas are not interconnected.
I honestly think the only area that is connected like S is the transition between the Earthen Peak and the Iron Keep. Yeah, that shit is inexcusable. But all the other areas, I think they are connected quite well. It's not like the areas in Souls 1 where they were pretty inconsistent as well. When you go down the fucking area with the trees in Souls 1 and then, I don't know, you exit the tree and somehow you're in a giant beach full of hydras, the areas are not supposed to be realistic.
People complain that this game does not give you invincibility frames when you try to rush past all enemies and go straight for the boss door.
The game is designed to be played instead of you skipping everything. Because in Souls 1, if you run past every enemy and you go for the fog door will give you invincibility frames, so you won't be able to be killed by the enemies chasing you. In this game, the fog door does not save you. Think about how to run past the enemies. Why would you want to skip the entire game? You need to engage with the systems.
You fight 4 or 5 enemies at a time.
Most of the enemies that you fight together, they are usually very weak or use strategies to lure one of them at a time. Just like in Souls 1. Last month, I saw a clip of a guy playing the area with the blue smelter demon, running past every enemy, and then he died and he said,
"Oh my god, this game is garbage, oh my god, oh my god."
Dude, just play the fucking game instead of trying to run past everything. Come on, he was running around like a headless chicken, aggroed the entire room. You need to take your time, you need to lure the enemies one at a time, you need to manage your stamina, pay attention. You cannot just face roll your way throughout the game. Maybe it's not as good as Souls 1, although I think it is, but even then, people say,
"This is like the worst game ever."
No, it's not. I will play Souls 3 and I will be able to finally tell you guys which of these games I enjoyed the most. There's a high chance that this will be my favorite of the trilogy, because this game does so many things right for me. The gameplay is really smooth and fun. Souls 1 was a bit clunky in a few places, but this game I think ironed out the kinks. and it's much smoother to play. And I like how this game is slower than Souls 1, so you need to pay attention and strategize a little more. I really like to play games patiently, without rushing things. This is my favorite playstyle, so this game is made just for me. The PvP in Souls 1 looked like kinda ass, just like a backstab fiesta. I think this is probably still better than Souls 1 in PvP. I love that every area has got so many items to find. There are so many hidden collectibles in this game, armor sets, weapons. The variety in this game is fucking insane. There's so much shit to find and use. Every time you replay this game, it's so fucking replayable because you have so many fucking options. The areas are not interconnected. They are also not linear because you can go wherever you want. The first half of the game, any area at any time, you can choose where to go. The Black Gorge first, or you can head straight to the Iron Keep if you want first. This game has got the funniest covenants in the series, in my opinion. That Red Covenant shit where you create your own dungeon with the Ferros Lockstones, and you need to create your traps and kill invaders that way. That shit is so fucking fun. The arena, which is fucking awesome. I did not play the Dark Souls 1 arena. That was added with the DLC. Meanwhile, in this game, the arena is in the base game. The music is really good. I really like most of the boss tracks in this game, better compared to Souls 1. Although Souls 1 had some fucking bangers as well, I have to say. I just like the feel of the areas of this game. They feel so fucking beautiful, dreamy. The atmosphere in this game, it makes it feel like you're playing fairy tale. Every area is so different. A fire area, an ice area. There's so much variety in this game. It feels like you're traveling through a dream. There's only one thing I did not like about this game. Yes, even the Shrine of Amana, the area that people say that sucks, I found it to be very difficult, but I did not find it to be impossible or anything. I found it to be quite fun, honestly. The only area that sucks in this game is the DLC area with the fucking reindeers. That shit is fucking ass. It's terrible, dude. You can't see shit. There's constantly enemies spawning, like those stupid reindeers. And you do all that fucking shit for hours just to fight a shitty recycled boss, the same boss you fought in the same DLC where that area is. Except there's two of them now, and once you kill one of them, the other one will start going Super Saiyan and he will start healing himself, which is really fun. Great design. Lud and Zolan, I think they're called. That fucking boss drove me and Anakin insane. We had to use a bunch of NPC summons just to stand a chance. That shit is so fucking stupid. But to be honest, it is kinda fun, because that area, the Frigid Outskirts, is so fucking unfair. It feels like I'm playing Kaizo Dark Souls. If you just use all your options available to you, use the bow or a ranged spell, the Shrine of Mana is not a problem at all. I guess it's only a nightmare if you try to do this melee only. I guess that would be very difficult. I used to play a game called World of Warcraft. The vanilla version, the one without any expansions. Very similar to this game. You die very easily if you aggro more than one enemy. If you aggro 2 or 3 enemies, you're fucked. You are dead. You need to approach things carefully. You need to use a bow or another ranged option to lure the enemies one at a time, and you need to take your time. A single player version of World of Warcraft Vanilla, one of my favorite online games ever made. I will always love this game for that. Dark Souls 2 is peak. It's so fucking good. I will always love this game, and no matter how many people keep screaming about how bad it is, I will never say it is bad. I will always defend you, my dear. Before playing Souls 3, me and the boys are going to play a game called Terraria. I don't want to do 3 Souls games in a row. That would lead me to burnout. Same thing for Tomb Raider. Once I finish Tomb Raider 3, I will play something else. I think I will probably play Crash Bandicoot or something. And then after I'm finished with Crash Bandicoot, I guess I can return to the second trilogy of Tomb Raider, 4, 5 and 6. I plan to do a Resident Evil 4 weapons tier list. I will also plan to do a Twilight Princess review. That is one of the most disappointing games I ever played. So you will probably hate me for that, because that game is loved by many, but not by me. Most of this stuff will probably come next year. I will be pretty much working constantly because the holidays are coming. So, thank you, whoever decided to create Christmas. Thank you guys for watching this fucking ramble. And I will see you guys whenever I start the next project. Goodbye, my friends.